Asheville, North Carolina, a small town where the loudest sound most days is the hum of crickets or a passing car. But in the summer of 2010, the silence that followed a little girl's laughter would haunt the entire town for more than a decade. 7-year-old Emily Carter vanished from her backyard during what was supposed to be a normal Sunday afternoon. No screams, no broken gate, just gone. For 12 long years, her mother searched, mourned, begged, and broke until one afternoon, while packing her husband's things, she opened his old shaving kit. And inside it was something that would unravel everything. The perfect day turned tragic. July 18, 2010. The sun was high, the air thick with summer heat. Laura Carter was making lemon cupcakes in the kitchen. Emily was outside, barefoot, dancing around the lawn, her red ribbon fluttering in her hair like a flag of joy. Laura had only turned her back for a few minutes. At 3:42 p.m., she looked out again, and the backyard was empty. No Emily, just her small sandals by the swing, and that ribbon now lying on the grass. Laura? Interview tone. I screamed her name so loud I swear my throat bled. I ran around the house, out to the street, to the neighbors. But there was just nothing. The guard were called. An Amber Alert was issued. Volunteers flooded the area and search teams combed nearby forests, lakes, even drains. But days turned into weeks, and there were no clues, no witnesses. Emily Carter had simply vanished. The family breaks apart. The media swarmed. Flyers covered telephone poles. Prayer vigils were held in the schoolyard. Laura became the face of grief and determination. She slept in Emily's bed some nights, still believing she might walk through the door. But not everyone processed the tragedy the same way. Greg Carter, Laura's husband, Emily's father, became distant, withdrawn, unavailable.
This content,
He refused therapy, rarely cried. He'd vanish for hours at a time, saying he just needed space. Laura, reflective. I thought maybe he was just broken in a different way. I never imagined it could be something else. The years wore them down. They went from sleeping in the same bed to barely speaking. By year 5, they were more like roommates, ghosts of a marriage. By 2022, Laura had reached her limit. She filed for separation. Greg didn't fight it. He moved into a 1-bedroom apartment across town, took only a few things, some clothes, his laptop, and a leather shaving kit he had owned for years. Laura began sorting through the house. She wanted to rebuild her life, not erase the past, but at least find peace within it. And that's when it happened. On a rainy Thursday afternoon, while cleaning their old bedroom closet, Laura came across Greg's shaving kit tucked behind an old shoebox. She almost tossed it. But something felt wrong. The bag was unusually heavy. She unzipped it. Inside, razor, brush, scissors, and beneath the lining, a small plastic bag sealed with tape. She opened it. Inside was Emily's red ribbon, still tied the same way she had tied it that morning. Still stained with a faint mark Laura recognized, spaghetti sauce from lunch. Laura collapsed to the floor. Laura, shaking voice. It was like time, folded in on itself. That ribbon, it was her, my baby. And it was with him all this time. Laura rushed the ribbon to the guard. DNA testing confirmed it belonged to Emily. Investigators reopened the inquiry. Only this time, Greg was no longer the grieving father. He was now the primary suspect. Detectives dug deeper into Greg's background and found startling inconsistencies. His name wasn't Greg Carter. His birth name was Gregory Hanley. He had changed it legally in 2003 after moving to North Carolina. In 1991, under his old name, he had been a suspect in a child endangerment inquiry in Texas, but the charges had been dropped due to lack of evidence. Laura never knew. He had buried his past so deeply, not even marriage brought it to light. Armed with a warrant, investigators searched Greg's apartment and a rented storage unit he paid for in cash under a false name. What they found inside would change everything. Scene 5. The storage unit. The storage unit smelled of mildew and old metal. Inside were boxes, unmarked, dusty. One held dozens of VHS tapes. Most were blank. But 4 had labels. Emily, 2010. Cabin 1. Rules. Practice guard didn't reveal all the contents, but said the tapes showed clear evidence of a girl matching Emily's description living in isolation. They found notebooks with forced handwriting drills, strange lessons in new names, and photos of a small room in a remote cabin in Tennessee. Greg had taken Emily there, raised her off the grid, told her her mother had died in a car crash. He homeschooled her, changed her name, trained her to forget, but as she grew, she began to question. By 13, she attempted to escape. By 15, she succeeded. She had lived in shelters, worked in diners, used fake names, and was eventually picked up under a juvenile alias. But without documentation, she became a ghost. Mindson. Until now. Using details from the tapes and updated facial recognition software, authorities tracked down a young woman living in Wichita, Kansas, under the name Emma Ray. When they showed her a photo of Laura, her expression cracked. She whispered, "I know her. I used to dream about her." The DNA confirmed it. Emily was alive. 19 years old, scarred by a life built on lies, but alive. She and Laura met in a private room at a local trauma center. There were no cameras, no reporters, just a mother and daughter, relearning each other's faces. Laura tearfully. She hugged me like she never left. Gregory Hanley, formerly Greg Carter, was arrested and charged with kidnapping, child abuse, identity fraud, and unlawful imprisonment. During the trial, he showed no emotion. He claimed he was trying to protect her from the world. He was sentenced to life in federal prison without parole. Emily now lives with a therapist and inquiry worker in a transitional home, rebuilding her life one memory at a time. She's learning who she used to be and who she wants to become. Laura visits every weekend. They plant flowers together. And sometimes they sit in silence, because some wounds speak louder than words. Emily's story is more than a tragedy. It's a chilling reminder that not all monsters live in the dark. Some live within families, behind wedding rings, beneath familiar faces. Every year, over 90% of child abductions in the U.S. are perpetrated by someone the child knows. Often, it's a parent, a relative, a family friend. We teach children about stranger danger, but what happens when the danger is someone they love? Greg didn't snatch Emily from a playground. He walked her into a car with promises of love and safety. That's what makes these inquiries so terrifying and so easy to miss. Here's what we can learn. Communication matters. Encourage your child to speak openly about anything that feels off. Pay attention to emotional shifts, withdrawn behavior, fearfulness, or secrecy from your partner or your child could signal something deeper. Background checks are essential, even in relationships, especially when children are involved. Transparency about the past matters. Follow your instincts. Laura didn't ignore her discomfort. When she found the ribbon, she acted, and it saved her daughter. To anyone still searching, don't give up. The road to answers may be long, but sometimes the truth is just waiting to be found in the most unexpected places. If you suspect a child is in danger or have any information on a missing person, call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. In the end, love remembers. And sometimes that's enough to bring someone home,